There they are. Okay, welcome back. This is M-Dog from M-Dog Gaming, and we are on video 3, following the exploits of Clermo. And we recently had a class change. We kind of did that in the last video. So we've switched to Thaumaturge, if I'm saying that right, is what ends up being Black Mage. And we're going to go with this class, I think, for a little while. I do want to try, once we get to the point in the quest line where we are visiting all the main cities, I do want to try Arcanist. It's a class I've never played, and I kind of want to see what that one feels like. But for now, we're going to go with this with the possibility of staying with it for a while. So I've got our hunting log pulled up because out of level 1, the only one we haven't done is this Shell Sweeper, and we've got those right before us here. So we're going to finish that. That'll put us into level 9, which actually catches us up with the quest that we were working on when we were doing Gladiator. So we're going to pretty seamlessly be able to pick up where we left off, basically, and continue this wonderful story simply as a different class. And, you know, we have the option of going back to Gladiator. You don't lose your progress. In fact, we can go to the gear set list here and equip our gear for Gladiator. Remember what we look like? I actually liked the gear a lot more as Gladiator. However, the playstyle, I just wasn't feeling it as much and want to try some other things. So that is what led us to this point. So let's go ahead and finish this hunting log, and then we'll continue the story. We've got 2 active quests that we can do now that we're level 9. So you'll see how much experience we get. Just kind of remember here, we're at the bottom of the bar. We've got no rested XP. And so this is all going to be about what we get for finishing this. We have no mana, folks. Okay. Gotta remember, we gotta switch back and forth with Blizzard. This is all going to be about what we get for finishing the hunting log. I am guessing we'll get about 1/3 of a level, something like that. Because we just tanked that damage, didn't we? Alright. Let's see if I'm right. Oh yeah, almost half. Because we not only finished that individual hunting log, we actually finished the entire hunting log of level 1, which we have completed the objectives, but we have to be level 10 to see rank 2. So that's the issue, is that we can't see rank 2 yet. Alright, let's go find out what we need to do for these. This is in the court of the Rat King, recover the stolen coffers. Is what we're working on, it looks like. So it looks like we might actually have to get into it with a lot of these creatures. And we're going to have to sort of reapproach as we have aggroed the entire village. And it seems we're the only one playing in this zone right now. So not a good combination for a glass cannon like ourselves. Alright, there we go. So let's get these coffers collected. As if you remember, they asked us to collect the coffers when we were in the in that main area where we got these current 2 quests and the main story quest as well. Alright, looks like we just aggroed. So we attacked the wrong one, now we're going to have to fight both of them. It will be nice if, and I don't know if we exactly will have defensive abilities, but I'm guessing that at some point this class will have some abilities that perhaps help you escape a little bit. Alright, let's transpose, is that what it's called? Yeah, transpose to Blizzard here so we can get some more mana built up. And you can see how quickly our life goes down. Now, to be fair, we are under-geared right now. Because we did go through all of those quests as a Gladiator, all of the gear rewards and such, for the most part, we were getting for Gladiator. We do have some new things we can use, though, because we leveled up. Alright. We may need to run away here. We're going to take that damage, I'm afraid. We might have stayed too long. Nope. Okay, good. We may be able to make this work here. Alright, so let's see this again. So we've got several things here. Alright. So we just upgraded our gear. That should help our stats out a little bit. We also have, and I can't forget about this, we also have several potions, which will give us more health. Where's the last one? Does anybody have an eye on it? Oh, there it is, up and around the corner here. So let's take them out one at a time, starting with this guy. Now we'll need to transpose to... Oh, somebody else just aggroed on us. 2 people did. Alright, transpose to Blizzard. This may get a little hairy. If we could get one of them down, we might be okay. We certainly can transpose back to fire here. Do a little more damage. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Alright, we need to let a little bit of health build back up, and then we should be able to reach this last coffer. And that way, even if we did have to fight this guy, we could handle him. Oh, we might get it. Yep, we got it. Nope. Action canceled. You're under attack. Alright, let's go to Blizzard. We need mana, so we're going to go Blizzard here. You would also think this class might have some pretty cool, like, AoE attacks as you level up, but we'll see. Alright, so we got the coffers. And then the story quest was called Way Down in the Hole. Speak to him in the coffer and coffin and volunteer your service. So this is actually going back to... Okay. So I guess we could go by there. I hope that doesn't send us right back up here. We might should have picked up that quest first. That might have been a mistake. We'll see. So the coffer and coffin is actually underneath here, right? Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Let's talk to Whiston. Come to join? Sorry, but you're too late. Some brass blades looking for extra coin volunteer, and the team's already en route to the ruins. It's not easy to find work these days. If you're interested, there's something else you can do for me. There are these children outside, little ones from Stone's Throw. I looked after them when I've time to spare, and so they've taken to following me around even when I tell them not to. But what with overseeing the search for the vein, I barely have a chance to visit the privy at the moment, much less entertain younglings. Can you give them ginger cookies and convince them to go home for me? Really? That's our... Alright, so kids refusing to leave. He agreed to go home, but he said next time he wants 2 instead of just 1. I'm a good girl, so I'll go home. I'll go home and eat it with my brother. How nice. That was sweet. Tell him thanks. Tell him I'm sorry for getting in the way, he said. Alright. Thank you, adventure. Only wish I could do more. Stone's Throw is no place for a child. Not that my childhood was much happier. Never enough food to go around nor work to earn it, but no shortage of contempt from the great and the good. I remember thinking things could only get better, yet now after the calamity and everything else, for us refugees to be forced to live outside the gates like bloody beastmen is a disgrace. They say with enough money you can change the laws here, so I'm going to make a fortune and do just that. I'll buy the excavation rights and start my own mining business. Then I'll give my fellow refugees the work they're crying for and pay them fairly. The mining companies have profited from our suffering for too long, but in their hubris they've grown complacent, presenting us with a golden opportunity, and we'll take it. Adventurer, we'll reclaim our dignity with our place within those walls. We found her. We found the vein. You must come and see. Already? Amazing. We leave at once. You should join me, my friend. Come and bear witness to history in the making. Uh-oh. I'm a little nervous about how this is going to go. Alright, so the vein is down there. Let's go turn this other quest in first, and then we'll head down to the vein. Because you never know, there could be a follow-up quest. For Zazida. You're back. Please tell me you've retrieved the gemstones. So here's the coffers. Bless you thrice over, adventure. Thanks to you, my hide will remain intact. It's hard to believe that the Kieran used to be honest merchants. Some of them even lived in Ul'dah, but then the beastmen were banished from the city and the Kieran were lost their livelihood. Some turned to thieving and other petty crimes to survive. It's a sad tale, but sadder still that most of the citizens couldn't care less. So now we'll have a chance to get something that will make our gear a little better as a mage. Let's go to recommended, and yeah, see it's showing that upgrade. And here are our new pants, which give us 1 to intelligence, and that does increased damage. And then the +1 mind actually does increased healing. If we were playing a healing class, we would be more about the mind stat versus the intelligence stat. Alright, so now we're going to this way down in the hole quest, which, as you see, we've kind of cleared out this zone. I don't know that there's going to be that many more quests to do here. I suspect this might be one of the last, but we'll see if I'm right on that. Sometimes they surprise you with new quests popping up when you hit a new level. There were some areas here that are going to be a little higher, like around this dungeon, around here where the enchanting stuff is. That's, you're expected to go there at a little higher level. So those are a little different. We really will probably hit level 10 with just doing this next main story quest. Alright, let's talk to Wyston. What is he doing? Alright, it's going to be a battle, it looks like. And I've never seen this main story quest because I've never played, my main wasn't played from this city. Uh-oh. It looks like the blades have taken over. A vein of ore in the middle of a ruined bloody city? Idiot. Brass blade, huh? What'd you think was going to happen? You'd strike it rich and get cozy with the Order while the Masters of Ul'dah looked on? No one crosses the Syndicate. The Syndicate? Finally sunk in, has it? Well, look at this. Not all your friends deserted you, it seems. Lucky boy, now you won't have to die alone. Are we ready for this? Oh, look at that. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? A mournful voice of creation. Grant ye this humble stone a soul that it may wake to life. Who's that spouting gibberish? Show yourself. Uh-oh. Okay, now I have done this fight before, though. This is interesting. So they kind of weave the main story to the same point, even though the context is different based on your starting area, which is based on your class. This ain't part of the plan. Bloody hells, does Lord Lolorito mean to kill us too? Lolorito. We know who that is, right? I don't think we've met him yet in this main story, but in general we know from our main character. Alright, let's go ahead and transpose to fire and get some good damage going here. We may have to use our mana pots. We'll see, though. Alright, this will probably be the last one we can cast, right? Oh, we might... Yep. Okay. Now we go to Blizzard. This wouldn't be a bad target to hit with lightning, I guess. Alright, let's get out of the way of that. We do not want to take that damage. Alright, transpose is up so we can go back to fire. Full mana. Yeah, this is a pretty easy fight. Oh, again, get out of that. We'll go ahead and transpose is up, so we're going to go ahead and go back to Blizzard. Get our full mana again. And then one more turn at fire, and we should be able to down the clay golem. Alright, right now, transpose, fire. Be as efficient as we can with those. Ooh, I don't know about that. Impossible. Never has the golem been so sorely tested. I think 2 more will get him. Yes, sir. that the golem could be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. And he's gone. Thancred. Seems I've missed all the fun. I see you didn't need my help this time. Uh-oh. I'm liking wearing this robe more than what we had on before. Although I'm guessing I'm not going to like all of the black mage robes and stuff, but we'll see. I would compose a ballad in your honor, but I fear no words would do you justice. The songstress of Ul'dah herself could not rival your beauty. Oh, stop it. I have oft heard it said that a blossom's beauty can move a man to love and long, but I never truly believed until I met you two desert roses. I hear they attacked another caravan. And business is suffering for it. Bloody Amalja, what stirred him to do it, you reckon? Another raid, and I'll wager that caravan was carrying crystals much like the last. If they truly mean to summon a primal, we must act quickly. Are you coming, love? You wouldn't keep a girl waiting, would you? Forward. Who is it? Forward. Forward, Philly? Perish the thought. So tell me, where in this marvel of a city might you lovely ladies be staying? At this rate, grain will soon be more precious than gold, a result of the uncommonly bad harvest, to be sure. And we have you to thank for them, do we not? This weakening of the etheric flow must surely be linked to Dalmud's descent. And of course to the primals. A fine mess, but we must not lose hope. Louis Soy will know what to do. We need only trust in his judgment. Truly a marvel of Shalarian ingenuity, as if it could reach out and touch the aether. Time to focus. No more gallivanting about like before. The Scions are counting on you. Have faith. Just have faith. You can do this. I guess this is self-talk. This disturbance is recent. The Sultan Maybe Papashan will know something of it. So maybe we go back and talk to Papashan one more time. Or maybe just talking to Thancred here will tell us. Looks like they gave you quite a thrashing. Can you walk? It's me. I was too late. Our person of interest had already quit the scene. The general? Very well. I shall be there anon. My colleagues went to great lengths to provide me with the means to detect etheric disturbances, but every time I find one, you seem to be in the middle of it. I'm starting to wonder if it might not be simpler just to follow you around. Sadly, I have business elsewhere. Tread softly, my friend. The carefully laid trap you dismantled was clearly sanctioned by Lord Lolarito. I heard the blades mention him as they fled. Believe me when I tell you that he is not a man to be trifled with. The Sultan's enemies grow bolder by the day, and I suspect they have the support of outside forces. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, those bastards would surely have slaughtered us all. I would speak with you further, but it isn't safe for us to linger here. Find me at the coffer and coffin later. Until then, stay safe. I shall accompany Wyston and his men. They need protection. I need more information. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Thancred, a humbly scholar surveying the flow of Aether in Thanalon. It's an honor and privilege to make your acquaintance. I hope when we next meet is under more auspicious circumstances. Farewell. Wait a moment. It occurs to me that we may have... Never mind. Fare thee well. Something that happens a lot in this story, I feel like, is people start to tell you something and decide not to. So you just kind of have to get used to that, but... I guess it's a way that they build the suspense. So again, when we turn in this main quest, I think it's going to be level 10, which means we can go do our next class quest as well as see where the main quest is taking us next. Another questing hub, no doubt. Is anybody working on it? No. Because it's early in the day, this tends to be a lower population time in terms of people being around, so we're probably not going to get as much help on fates and such. Bless you, my friend. You risked your life to save ours, betrayed by my own guards. I was a fool to trust those men. Lolorito owns the brass blades. I should have questioned their motives from the start. Even so, I could hardly have predicted that the wealthiest man in Ul'dah would want me dead for the heinous crimes of seeking to change the law. I'm just a merchant. That ruthless bastard, and what of the monstrosity? Those were his own men. It beggars belief. Well, that's it. I'm finished. If I stay in Ul'dah any longer, I'm as good as dead. My associates, my friends, even the children may not be safe if I don't disappear. If Lolorito learns of your involvement, you'll be next. I'll speak with the others and make sure your part stays secret. Beyond that, I don't know what to suggest. Maybe you should seek the counsel of Mistress Momadi. She's helped countless adventures in her time. Mayhap she'll know what to do. Go quickly now, my friend. Lolorito's spies may be watching. Okay, so this is the person at the Adventurers Guild. So we can return to Ul'dah and then transport to the Adventurers Guild to go talk to Momadi. So it definitely feels like we've reached a natural point of, okay, you finished, you finished a lot of the early quests, the initial 2 quest hubs. You've done the main story quest. You've done your class quest up to a certain point. Settle down, Claremo. You've got nothing to worry about. No one seems to know you were at the ruins. Wyston, on the other hand, is now a pariah. About as welcome around here as a rabid wolf, poor bugger. Suffice it to say, the boy has risked the wrath of the wrong man. Lord Lolorito, charmed chairman of the East Aldenar Trading Company, generous contributor to the Order of Naldthal, and member of the Syndicate. Didn't get where he is by leaving loose ends, that one. Which is why he ain't above killing his own men. Even if those blades knew what was coming, it's not like they could refuse to do their benefactor's bidding. Don't let this color view your Ul'dah, Claremo. It's true that there are some here who ain't afraid to crack a few skulls if it gets them what they want, but most of us are decent folk just trying to make ends meet. A lot of people would call you a fool for risking your life to save a marked man, but I believe you did a good thing, Claremo, and for that you have my respect. You've been through a lot lately. Why don't you rest a spell? I have the boys at Hourglass set up a room. Just have a word with Otopa Patopa whenever you feel like staying. In rooms now available. So we just unlocked a new feature, and when you've got your appetite for adventure back, consider taking on a guild leave or 2. So we've also opened up guild leaves. We've got a request from locals looking to hire adventurers for various jobs. It'd be a good way for you to earn yourself some extra gil. Eustace can tell you more about how the system works. Go and speak with them if you're interested. So this looks like that will be an improvement. The problem is what we're wearing right now includes includes a hat. Alright, so we're now 10. Got a new ability, sleep. Puts targets to sleep. Very good. We're also available for the next story quest. So if you see, we just got this new headpiece, which is actually really good in terms of stats. However, because of the body piece we're wearing includes a headpiece, because it's got the top, we can't put it on right now unless we get a different chest piece. Alright, let's unlock levy mates. Undertake one of the many guild leaves available here at the Adventurers Guild. Possess necessary skills: battlecraft, tradecraft. You speak to such a way to Horizon. Speak with Toten. You will have to set your feet path to complete your first letters. All right. So we need to go to. Let's see where that was. Horizon. That might have actually been in Western, huh? Yeah. Okay. Can we teleport there? We have not attuned yet. So our next goal may be to go to Horizon and attune there. However, let's also, before we get our next quest, who's the person that has the ends? Oh. Podapa. Let's just retire to an inn room for a second, just so we can see what it's like. This is what the inns look like. So later in the game, there's more and more you can do from the inn. I'm not sure there's a whole lot of reason to go there now. We don't have retainers yet, so the summoning bell doesn't do anything for us, but that'll come later. We haven't unlocked any mini games. That's the person who can change your appearance, but we haven't unlocked them yet either. There's a quest for that. Oh, here's the armoire where we can store things. So you can actually put things in here. So like if we want to put that in there, no? How does this work? Let me see if I can find. Here it is. Situated in your room, in-room or estate, the armoire can be used to store certain kinds of items with limited methods of obtainment. These include job-specific gear, seasonal event garb, and so forth. Only items with a condition at 100%. Storing an item will reset its spirit bond and condition, as well as remove custom elements such as dyes and crests. So it looks like we don't have any. Well, we don't have any gear in there. It also looks like we don't have any items that are eligible to store in there. Okay, so that will come later as well. You can sleep in the bed, which I don't think really does anything. You can change what music you have as you get song rolls, which we don't have any. And then this is a cool feature. It shows all of your past cutscenes. So you can catch up on if you accidentally skip one, or if you're in a raid and you want to keep up with the raid, but you're missing cutscenes, you can come back and watch the cutscenes through your unending journey. So again, some cool stuff you can do in the end, but not really anything that benefits us at the moment. All right, so let's see what our main story quest, where that's sending us. We know where the lev mates are going to be. Word of a willing adventurer. The coral drag. Look what the coral dragged in. Good to see you, Clarimo. And ask what brings you. I reckon we both know the answer to that already. Well, have I ever let you down before? Wait, don't answer that. So happens I know a fellow by the name of Dadanin who needs a hand. He's a merchant by trade, selling precious stones to those in Ul'dah with the means to buy them. He's asked if I'd send any looking for work his way. You can find him over at Horizon if you fancy. That's in Western Thanalan, mind you. Just cross the bridge, north of Scorpion Crossing, and the road will take you there. Knowing the circles he deals in, he might have some talk of the royal family that'll interest you as well. Make use of a chocobo porter for the journey to Horizon, if you've the gil for it, that is. You'll find the chocobo stables just across the way from my quicksand. Find Mimigun, he'll set you straight. I haven't got to hold your bloody hand. Alright. So, one thing I wanted to check before we head out. I know we're eligible for trying out other classes. Are we also eligible for trying out the various... Oh wait, one thing we need to do is we need to pick up our next class quest. Don't let me forget that. This is going to be very good, very interesting. Something we want to prioritize. We always want to prioritize doing our next class quest. But what I want to know is, can we do the the gathering or the production classes yet at level 10? I think you can, but I want to double check that. All right. Wishes to learn from the second chapter, the Yawning Abyss. So we're going to get a new weapon, and we also have some other options of things that'll be good. First, let's just double check something, make sure we have recommended gear on. We do. Okay. Accept. The glare begins to blind my thaumaturge eyes. Your lesson today should be taught by Kokobani. Go to him and hear from the chapter entitled The Threat of Paucity. Paucity? The threat of paucity? Aha, so Clarimo, you have come to learn at the foot of the third eldest brother. I promise you, however, your education should not be third-rate. Let us read from the second chapter. Are you settled? No last-moment trips to the privy? Very well. The threat of paucity. How magnificent the ruthless power we wield. Flame devours, ice entombs, and lightning courses through the stricken bodies of our foes. But oh, such desperation when the wellspring runs dry, flame sputtering out, ice melts into slush, and lightning sparks no longer. Know you this threat, and mind you the limits of your mortal vessel. A terrifying thought, isn't it? A thaumaturge who has exhausted her arcane reserves is naught but a woman with a stick and a funny hat. For we mages, you may well equate the etheric energy flowing through our veins with our very lifeblood. Should a battle find us lacking in this precious resource, we are such as good as dead. Controlling the expenditure of your power requires an understanding of etheric balance. The scales can tip in one of two directions, astrally or umbrally. When your mind and spirit lean in umbral direction, your thaumaturgy is affected by a state known as umbral ice. The potency of your spells is diminished, but they also require less energy to invoke. On the other hand, in the astral fire state, you'll find the potency of her incantations enhanced, but at a greater cost to the etheric stamina. Now, with the concepts of etheric balance and efficient casting foremost in your mind, I bid you go forth and slay 8 Fs. But do your best to stay alive. It reflects badly on me when the mauled corpse of one of my pupils returned to the ossuary. Alright, let's see where this is. It's in Central. Okay, so I think we will... That is not where we're going for anything else. So we'll probably just transport there. But let's go look at other things here in the city that we might be able to do. We've opened up all these, so let's see what's here. Like, let's say we wanted to join the Miners Guild. Is that available to us now? Looks like it is. So this is one thing I haven't really thought about and processed yet, and I may do it off stream or off video before I commit too far. But how far into crafting do we want to go on this character? If this character ends up being my main that I end up playing in this game, then yes, I want to go full bore. If this ends up remaining just a lore character, and my other character remains my main, then I don't know that I want to do a lot of crafting. But for now, let's just kind of see what crafting is like. Again, do I want to do it now or do I want to wait? Because we could just do fishing. It's kind of a fun one. Well met, adventurer. You stand within the Miners Guild, the place where seekers of the realm's mineral wealth gather. With pickaxe and sledgehammer, we miners work rock and earth that they might yield us ores, fossils, precious stones, and more. If you have a mind to join our ranks, you will be pleased to know that we are currently recruiting. Great riches await with strong backs and keen eyes. Alright, let's join the mining. You will have taken your first step towards striking it rich. To look on the lands around Ulda, be forgiven for thinking the region barren of opportunity, but beneath the surface the scene could not be more different. There lies veins of copper, silver, and gold beyond measure. For as long as he has dwelt in Thanalon, a man has availed himself to these vast deposits, giving rise to a thriving mining trade, which forms the foundation of our nation's prosperity. Of course, the mining trade as today owes much to an event which took place some century and a half ago, namely the Mad Mithril Rush. Never before had the Sultanate seen such an influx of migrants. Endless throngs came from lands near and far, spurred on by the dream of discovering the motherlode. Alas, a harsh reality awaited them. Vast majority of these poor souls were miners in the name alone, and they possessed neither the proper equipment nor training to realize their dreams. To make matters worse, the mining concerns who in these days held absolute power did not scroll exploits well. Presented with the glut of unskilled labor, they proceeded to fill every tunnel to bursting, and atrocious working conditions soon became the norm. Miners were paid a pittance for backbreaking labor and sought not the riches they unearthed, and saw not of the riches. Pushed to breaking point, the workers banded together to form the Miners Guild with the aim of improving conditions while protecting the integrity of the trade. We have sought to educate folk and correct mining practices, prevent accidents, and to curb the impact that our trade has upon the environment. I trust you have a better understanding of what we do. All that's left is you commit your name to our role. So we will join. Us to introduce to the Guildmaster Alberta right away. Perhaps most accomplished of these miners who still swing a pickaxe. Her braid, in short, is a veritable goldmine of knowledge. You stand to learn a great deal from her. When you're ready, present yourself to Alberta. You'll find her down the steps over by the bar. Well met, adventurer. Alberta is my name, and I'm the master of this guild. I take it you wish to become a miner. Well, our doors are open to all who aren't afraid to work hard and get dirty. Possible smelt even low purity ores. I mention this because it's allowed us to reopen a number of mines which long felt exhausted, prompting trade to flourish. What's more, you're well traveled, which serves to explain the guild's sphere of activity. I'm not suggesting you join solely for our benefit. Profit, mutually beneficial arrangement. Trust you'll agree. So what do you say? Will you join us? Yes. Welcome. Pickaxe should serve a novice well enough. Go and take it up. See how it feels in your hand. Speak to me again when you're ready, and I'll assign you a little task to help you get in the swing of things. Alright, so now, just like other classes, you actually have to put the pickaxe on. Oops. Nope, that's not what we want to do. So I did that wrong. Let's look at that again. So we want to put the pickaxe on. We want to put recommended gear on so that we're not naked. And then create a new gear set list for the miner. So now we have our miner gear set list. Now one thing that's cool is with these gear sets, classes, jobs, you can drag them onto your bar. Oops, that's two of the same. So it's really easy to switch between gear sets. Alright, so now we can accept this quest because we actually have a pick in our hands. Assign you your first task. You look good with a pickaxe, Clarimo. Now that you're suitably equipped, your training can commence. A miner learns her craft best in the wilderness with pickaxe in hand. Bring me, say, 10 chunks of copper ore. Throughout Thanalan, I doubt you have to go very far outside the city. Seek promising locations outside the gate of the Sultana and the gate of Nald and swing away. Motion may feel awkward at first, but in time it'll become second nature. So you have to use Prospect to see the mining. Alright, so let us... We're not going to pick up all of the... all of the crafting things. So I think we should go to Steps of Nald, because that's in the direction we need to go for our main, our mage quest anyway. And we can go do the mining first, just to kind of see what crafting is like, in case you haven't seen it before on this game. So Gate of Nald, is that what I said? All right. Use prospects. All right, so we're going to use prospect. Now we should see them both on our mini map and in front of us. And then we just go start mining away. And remember, we're supposed to get copper ore. One of the cool things about gathering is there's risk reward. There's risk reward, so we have an 80% chance of being successful on copper ore, which is what we need right now, so that's what we'll go for. But we also could get crystals, we could get muddy water, there's all types of things we could get. So on that second one, we actually got nothing, so we had a 87% chance to succeed, but we got nothing. And we're now leveling up something new. So we start at level 1 miner, and you level it up just like your combat or battle classes. Okay, more copper ores here. Okay, we got all of it. We're at what, 6? So if we go perfect on this next one, we will be done. So I think you get what, 4 attempts? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4 attempts. All right. And we finished our first mining quest. Now we can still mine if we want to, but we're gonna go ahead and change back to our black mage gear, and we're gonna go do our next class quest here. And we'll turn in the mining quest next time we're in Ul'dah. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on mining. I don't think mining necessarily makes sense for this character that much anyway. Like I said, you can do all of them on your characters, but anyhow, let us... but I do like the risk reward of crafting, well, the gathering. I haven't really actually done production yet, so I haven't done much crafting in this game. Really, I've only done some gathering on my main Toon and now on this Toon. With different gathering professions, including fishing and a couple of the other ones, but I like the way it seems to work, and as complexity and stuff is introduced, I suspect that I'll like crafting in this game a lot, so pretty excited about getting into that more. Alright, so we're supposed to go slay these F's over here. E-F-T-S. Here they are. Do a little damage over time, and then start with our fire abilities. So you see we're at So I don't know if it's more efficient, and I would have to look up, because I'm sure these tests have been done. I don't know if it's more efficient to try to like stay in the middle some, or if you really just want to go full bore, like with fire or blizzard or whatever you're doing. Ooh, I just took that damage, didn't I? And then use the transpose to go back and forth. Yeah, I'm just not really sure about that. Oh, it looks like maybe through here. is where we want to go. We did open up the second part of our hunting log. Transpose. Looks like some of these guys, we only need 2 more, and some of these guys have already respawned, so really quick respawn with most things in this game. It's kind of nice. That damage. Uh-oh. Alright, let's go turn this class quest in. I think it's always worth just like prioritizing class quests. Go ahead and do them. You're going to get better gear. You're going to do better DPS. Sometimes you get new abilities from class quests, so it just kind of always seems worth it. And the class quests are just usually fun. You arrive before me upright and breathing. Wonderful. So much simpler to pose question to a student without having to resort to necromantic divination. Tell me, Clarimo, what action would you take if you found your thaumaturgical endurance exhausted in the midst of battle? Brandish my scepter as a club. Yes, the scepter is certainly a lethal instrument of death. Your death. You valorous fool. Remember the first chapter. We do not close distance with our enemies, and we certainly do not hit them with our finely crafted tools of thaumaturgy. Pray consider replenishing your energy with a vial of ether before humiliating yourself in melee combat. Ah, ether, the draught of the gods. Indeed, when you practice the arts of arcane manipulations, value this substance above all others. Unbridled fury that received the most recent report of beastman activity. It seems a Amalja raiding parties attacked a caravan on the trade routes and made off with an entire crate of precious ether. Time has come for you to put your knowledge to the test. Annihilate these Amalja bandits and retrieve the cargo of ether-filled vials. According to the report, their armored war transport was last spotted to the south of Drybone. While you're busy incinerating Amalja, be sure to collect some samples of blood, assuming you can draw any from their smoking remains. Alright, let's see where that is going to be. Oh, that's somewhere we haven't been yet. Okay. So, let's go turn in our... Go turn in our miners stuff. Let's go to the miners guild and turn this first quest in. Ten chunks of copper are where I want. The metal's common enough and down. You shouldn't have trouble finding suitable deposits. And here you go. Let's see here. 10 chunks just as I ordered. Well done, Clarimo. Tell me, is being a miner aught like you imagined? Harder than expected, is it? All new recruits say as much. Takes a combination of knowledge, experience, and instincts to know where to dig. It's ultimately backbreaking labor that yields you your prize. Make no mistake, Clermo, mining is grueling work, and you'll be dog-tired most of your waking hours. Did you not feel invigorated each time your pickaxe struck home? Did you not experience the thrill of triumph when the earth finally yielded up your prize? That is what we miners live for. You may be ripe to collapse, your face caked in weed-old dirt, but the promise of discovery drives you on, and the instant you find that which you have long sought, in that sparkling instant you feel like God among men. You've made a fine start, and I would see you maintain your efforts. Practice swinging your pickaxe till your arms have learned the motion, then return here. I'll have another little task for you. So at level 5. We'll see if that piece of gear is actually better for crafting. Okay. It is. So now we have an updated gear set for mining. Let's go back to our main class. And we need to go. All right. So the two quests are kind of sending us in opposite directions. Let's go do our class quest first. Because I think this will kind of be a one-off going in this direction. And then if there are more quests up there, we can always get them, but we don't have to do them yet. Then we can go work on the main story quest first. All right, do we go here? Or here? Yeah, okay. So it's that direction. And we need to make sure we pick up the aetherite crystal once we're out there. So we did get a new ability. Puts target to sleep. Cast time is 2.5 seconds, and it lasts for 30 seconds, so you technically should be able to keep it going indefinitely. Oh, this is a little higher area, isn't it? Oh, that guy is on our... It's level 14. You think we can take him? Ugh. Forgot those guys did that. Yeah, we should be okay though. Let's go ahead and do lightning first on this guy. Do some fire damage. One more and we probably need to transpose again. I think we can get this ability off before he does anything else. Okay. Alright. Let's take down one more. Let's just take down this one because he's by himself. Get one more amount of hit points back. Okay. Oh, that was good. Big chunk of experience. Big chunk of experience. Yeah, that was really good. Alright, so we've almost made it. Alright, so we want to go do this, but we also want to go up to Drybone and get attuned. So we'll do that first. We'll go to Drybone first, and we'll come back down and do that class quest. Oh, Drybone is the one you go down in? That's right. It's kind of a funny one. Alright. Let's get attuned. Oh, you know what? We should pick up the... Where is the chocobo? In case we want to... Wait. Oh, maybe he's up top. He's up above us, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Alright. I remember now. We just want to unlock the chocobo keep. Just in case we ever... for some reason want to take a chocobo out here. It's now unlocked too, so we've unlocked both the Aether Crystal and the chocobo porter. I honestly don't find myself using chocobo porters that much. I mean, once you get your mount, just ride your mount. Before you get your mount, you make plenty of gil just to kind of teleport around, which is typically what I do. But might as well unlock it. Alright, these are level 15. Let's try it. We're just going to get so much XP because it's on our hunting log. And I hate to pass something up that's on our hunting log because it's like... it's so much better to do them early versus late. Oh, crap. He really hurt us, to be fair. We might have to use a potion. Okay. That was near fatal. So, it's a little scary. We need our healing pot to get off of cooldown. Alright, let's transpose to fire, see if we can do some early damage. Oh, I did mean to do thunder. I guess we can do thunder after fire, though. Get some of those dots going. And once he gets up to us and does his ability, we will flee. Alright. Transpose, blizzard. Let's get our mana back. Yeah, we should be good this time. Okay. If he still has the thunder on him... oh, he doesn't. Okay. Thought he did, but he doesn't. Okay. So maybe that was the way to go. Lightning first and then thunder. I just don't know if this does more damage if you do have the higher... probably not. It just doesn't feel like it would work that way. Alright, thunder's off of him, but this should kill him. We were really close to dying there. Alright, we leveled up with doing that one hunting log because it was so high level. Alright, as soon as we get everything in order, let's go. Here we goes now. Uh-oh. Alright, let's try to take one out as quickly as possible. Okay, so we are taking it back to the... back to our guild, our class guild. Do I detect the scent of ether? And I trust that stench is Amalja blood. We'll hand over what we were going to get for them. Oh, 10 vials, 20, 30. The sight of so much ether is just so very comforting. What have we here, Kokobani? Is this the crate that was stolen? I see our Clairmo's lesson is the desired effect. I will assume the vile, vicious liquid you have there is beastman blood. Kokobushi should be pleased. There he is. You left word for me to visit the ossuary. Have you finally decided to begin my training in thermography? Ah, Kokobushi, good of you to come. Clairmo here was kind enough to obtain a supply of Amaja blood for you. An alchemist acquaintance of mine explained how you had been using the substance in your research to create a mana-amplifying elixir. Naturally, we were most interested in the result of such experiments. So you see, Busi, your work as an alchemist already puts you in a position to work alongside us. You needn't become a thaumaturge to be part of our family. That's right, Busi. Besides, the battlefield is a dangerous place, and our skills are not exactly suited to keeping others safe from harm. I see. This has been another attempt to dissuade me from pursuing my true calling. I do not want to cheer you on from the safety of my workbench. I want to fight at your side. But Busi, we cannot just stand the thought of you being harmed. Pray do not do anything foolish. I do apologize, brother. I sometimes forget how difficult it must be not having a natural aptitude for the arcane arts. As I mentioned before, Clairmo Kokobushi is dangerously unsuited to the wielding of thermography. Even with the proper training, he would be unable to cast magic as we can. Were he to attempt to force a manifestation of power, the strain on his etheric reserves would likely kill him. But let us not dwell on this unpleasant circumstance, for you, on the other hand, are brimming with thaumaturgic potential. Remain diligent in your studies and do not cease in your efforts to expand your wellspring of power. Poor guy. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so that would allow me to use... I think we should probably get that. Let's do this. I think this is going to allow us to use both our... Okay. So this is going to upgrade our gear. Magic damage 14 with 2 intelligence. 14 with 1 intelligence. So it's not... Oh, that's just a one-handed. I gotcha. And do we not have an offhand? Nothing that gives us anything. Okay, once we get an offhand, we'll probably switch to that other one. Okay, so we can't do anything else till we're level 15. So we need to go to Horizon, which means we need to go to Gate of the Sultana. Okay. Is that where we need to go for? Yeah, Horizon for both these next quests. Alright, how do we feel about our new look? It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. Alright, we gotta run all the way up to Horizon here. We could have taken the Chocobo, but we'll just hoof it. Chocobo would have been a little faster, but... Is there a Chocobo keeper here? I don't think so. We could go do that level 10 Fate if it's still up. It's got 9 minutes left. They've made some progress. I don't know if we'll make it in time or not. We might. Ooh, giant tortoise is on our hunting log now. That's definitely something we want to do. Can't really see the ground. Dangerous position to be in. One of 2. We only need one more of those, actually. Is this the one? Yeah. So we've got someone else helping up there. One second. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. We've gotten to this new... this phone call is going to take me a while and I've got to take it. So we've gotten to this new area. We will continue here next time we play. I needed to go soon anyway. So we're in a rest state here. This is where the main storyline and opening up Lev quests. So that's what we'll do next time we play. But as always, thank you for watching.